guys, welcome to the channel. This is Pure Wrestling. Today's show I'm going through a video which I've done before, but I wanted to go over it and give you guys an updated version of the top 10 drafts that need to happen in 2018 in WWE. Now this could be SmackDown, Raw, NXT, even possibly 205 Live. I will go over these for you guys. I may put a couple of honorable mentions in there as well, so stay tuned and enjoy this video. If you do enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up, let me know you're enjoying this video. I do want to say a massive thank you for everybody that has watched the last video that I've done on the top 10 drafts that need to happen, because as I check here, we have 1,285 views on that video, the first 1.2k views I've got on YouTube. I'm massively grateful. Thank you very much, guys. And a 29 likes with 6 comments. That is incredible. That is a massive achievement. I'm very hyped and very happy and stoked to be on YouTube providing this content for you guys. So without further ado, we go into the video. Don't forget, in the comment section down below, let me know your guys trades or drafts that you would do from SmackDown to Raw, NXT, etc. in the comment section down below. And if I've missed out any, do let me know in the comment section down below, because I do forget a lot of stuff. And don't forget, this is just personally my opinion as well, so don't come obviously at me straight away, because obviously my opinion is going to be different to you guys. And yeah, I just don't want to start an argument. I just want to hear your guys' opinions and you to hear mine, and we just get interacting in the comment section down below. If not on social media, there'll be links in the description down below. There'll also be a link down in the description of the other video that I've done, the top 10 drafts that need to happen in 2018, the last video, the first one I've done. So if you haven't viewed that, go and check that out, so then you don't get confused with obviously the two, and you see what I thought a couple of months ago before Christmas and stuff like that. So without further ado, we go straight into the video of the top 10 drafts that need to happen in 2018. Now, we don't even know when the draft is going to happen. I'm guessing it's going to be around WrestleMania time. Apparently it could be around Backlash. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't even know if it's going to be a draft. It could even be another superstar shakeup. I'm hoping it is a draft. I think we do need a draft. There's a lot of people in the main roster especially that need the draft coming up especially. There's a couple from NXT that I've included in this as well. There's a lot of rumours going around as well from NXT, who's going to be coming up and stuff. And I'm not going to do them in no particular order. I know it says top 10, but I don't want to rate these from 1 to 10. I just want to give you guys the 10 that I believe that should happen, with maybe a couple of honourable mentions. Now, first off, we start with Andrade Cien Almas. Now, I think he'd be a major player on the main roster. Now, to which brand, I do not know. Maybe SmackDown, maybe Raw. I've gone towards SmackDown, and the reason why I've gone towards SmackDown, now people are saying, oh, he could fit in 205 Live. Yes, he could, but Zelina Vega, I don't know whether she'd want to be sitting on 205 Live personally. I think really SmackDown Live would be great, because I think he's similar in that character towards The Miz sort of thing. I think he's similar to The Miz in his character, and I feel like if they put him on Monday Night Raw, it's similar to The Miz. They need someone different, so I think SmackDown Live could benefit from Andrade Cien Almas. That is one of the NXT ones I was going with. Another one from NXT would be Drew McIntyre as well. I think Monday Night Raw could do with Drew McIntyre. Now, a lot of people are saying SmackDown Live, obviously because they utilise talent as well, but I've gone with Drew to Monday Night Raw because I feel that they're going to need their main roster, the main talent really on that show, coming up into the WrestleMania period, maybe after towards Backlash. I think they're going to need some star power, some new fresh blood, and it's just going to be really cool to see Drew McIntyre on the main roster wherever he goes, whether it's SmackDown or Raw. I think he deserves it. Obviously, the long break, he went away. His comeback looks beast now. Got a great moveset still. Just fits the part perfectly for the main roster. But now we go on to one from SmackDown Live, guys, and it is AJ Styles going to Raw. We know this is going to happen. The place that AJ Styles built isn't going to be forever, so enjoy it while you can, because AJ Styles needs a change coming up before he retires, so he's going to go over to Raw. Now, who could we trade for him? Maybe maybe you could have Seth Rollins. Now, it all depends on what's coming up, because obviously Seth and Finn look to be going for the IC title. I don't know where they're going to go with this, obviously, at this precise moment. So it's probably going to end up being Finn Balor winning the title. If it's Seth that wins the title, then Finn Balor could come over. So depends on which one really you would want to trade. Another draft from SmackDown Live, and that is Randy Orton. Now, same situation with Seth and Finn Balor. It depends on who wins. If Jinder Mahal is going to win the US title from Bobby, or is it going to be Randy? Is even Bobby Roode going to even drop it? I don't know what they're going to do there, but I personally think Randy Orton needs that trade. I think he needs to come back to Raw. I don't know what they'll do with him on Raw, but I just think he needs fresh new feuds, and I feel like on Monday Night Raw they could use him. He'd be one of their top guys that they can always rely on. He's always got the experience to put people over, being good storylines. He's always been that sort of utilised man in WWE, which could bring the best out of anybody. This one could be a possibility. It depends what they do with him. Now, it is Braun Strowman to SmackDown. Now, the reasons why I'm saying this is just because every time he's gone towards Brock Lesnar, he's lost. He's basically been built up, then been brought back down, and been built up, then brought back down, like in the Elimination Chamber. He beats everybody, then receives a couple of Superman punches and one spear, and it is the 1-2-3 count again. He's been put in feuds with Elias. Now, Elias has been built up. He's a great superstar in Raw, but there's a big difference between Strowman and Elias, and I just feel like Braun Strowman deserves to be a champion, whether it's going to be a mid-card talent or whether it's going to be a main champion. He should have been main champion in September when he had that fight with Brock Lesnar. The fight that they had together, the match they had, was very, very good, and I do believe Braun Strowman, out of most people on Raw, deserved to be the Universal Champion. Next one I would choose would be Bayley to SmackDown. Now, obviously, Bayley's time on Raw has been absolutely useless. If you watched her in NXT, she is an amazing wrestler, and she has some very good mic skills when she wants to. She has a great personality. She has that sort of John Cena type character where kids love her, and obviously Monday Night Raw have seemed to ruin the Bayley gimmick. Now, if you give her over to SmackDown with maybe, obviously, Daniel Bryan, if he's still going to be there, depending on WrestleMania, Shane McMahon, obviously, the people over on SmackDown creatively could probably bring her character back up. I would like to see Bayley on SmackDown Live and getting a push in the women's division. If you look at the two divisions right now, obviously Raw seems to be pushing with the women's division a little bit, going towards WrestleMania. Obviously, now I'm filming it, but it could change obviously towards WrestleMania time or after. But at this time period, SmackDown has got the better women's roster out of both, even though Raw have got Asuka and Bliss. I just think SmackDown have got the better women, so I think if you add Bayley to that and then you give Becky Lynch to Raw, which is another one I've got written down as well, Becky Lynch needs that Raw switch. Now, my booking, what I would want for Becky Lynch before she trades, because it all depends on this Asuka situation. Now, if Asuka goes for Bliss, we're going to need to see Becky turn heel on Charlotte and go at her at WrestleMania. That's the match I want to see. I think Becky Lynch as a heel would be very beneficial to her character. I think it would be very, very cool. Obviously, that this is just an idea. This may not even work. This may not even happen. But that's what I would do. I'd turn Becky heel in this Riot Squad thing and turn her heel against Charlotte, and then have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, or Becky versus Ruby versus Charlotte, whatever they want to do at WrestleMania. I think that would be the best option if Asuka don't go against Charlotte. I would prefer Asuka versus Charlotte personally, and I would want Ronda to go against obviously Bliss, or maybe something like that. I don't know what they would do on Raw really, but that's what I would prefer. I would want to see Asuka versus Charlotte, but that can definitely come in the future. I could definitely see Becky going into WrestleMania against Charlotte, and then after being traded straight to Raw, because obviously Charlotte's been Raw already, and I just feel like Becky needs a change up as well. Now, two of the moves, the last draft picks that I had before the honourable mentions, is the Revival or the Club to SmackDown. The reasons why is depending on what they do with these guys going towards WrestleMania. I just don't see what they're going to do. I see the Revival maybe possibly being pushed really. I don't see the Club going anywhere unless they're in this Balor Club thing and they go against the Miz Taraj. I don't know what they're going to do with the club really. They're the ones more I'm thinking of going towards SmackDown Live, if I'm honest. Not only that, if Finn goes over there, they can still do this Balor Club thing if they want to as well. But I don't know, even the Revival, they're not being used at this current situation. That could change up towards WrestleMania. You could have maybe Sheamus and Cesaro going against the Revival, which would be very, very good. It would be probably one of the matches of the year in my opinion. And the other trade would be the Usos going to Raw. Obviously, not right now, I don't want that in this time of obviously the upload. But after WrestleMania, I don't see what they're going to do in this tag team division. They've got only the Bludgeon Brothers at this precise moment, that they haven't versed. And I just think the Usos needs new feuds, and with this heel character, they could even go to Raw and just pull it out of the bag and just perform every week and just be perfect for the Usos. Now they've got this gimmick, they've just definitely resurrected their careers. So I think the Revival or the club going to SmackDown and then the Usos coming over, I think that would be a definite thing that should happen in 2018. Authors of Pain to Raw, I feel like obviously Authors of Pain down in NXT definitely need to be brought up. They need some new matches coming up as well as obviously with Paul Ellering. I think it would be definitely worth time on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I think AOP would be definite tag team title contenders, and would be definitely fun for people who haven't watched NXT to be brought up. They're just two total beasts with a great manager. They're just like two Brock Lesnar's with Paul Heyman coming up basically. It'd just be so epic. Now another one would be Ember Moon to SmackDown. I've chose SmackDown because if Asuka's on Raw, I wouldn't want to go in Raw because you'd see that match again, and I just wouldn't want to see that unless it's a WrestleMania match or something like that again. And I would just want to see her on SmackDown, so give her something fresh, and it would just be very, very cool for Ember Moon. There's been talks of her coming up as well as the Authors of Pain. Another one is Roderick Strong. Now obviously in NXT he hasn't quite done it on the main roster, obviously in 205 Live, and the UK title he hasn't quite done it. Now I'd want him on 205 Live regularly. I think him on 205 Live would definitely bring the viewership up, definitely make people go to the live events, and I feel like Roderick Strong, it would be a great competitor in that division. He definitely makes it better, as well as with Drake Maverick. I think now him as the general manager, I just think it's going to be even better on 205 Live. Another one possible for 205 Live is Sin Cara. Now we haven't seen nothing of him. I feel like him in that little lucha tag team they've got on 205 Live with Kalisto, Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik, I think that'd be great. Or even a heel Sin Cara on the 205 Live roster. And another one is Neville. I don't know what they're doing with Neville, whether he'd go to the main roster and become a main talent, whether he'd be coming back to 205 Live, or maybe back to NXT. I don't know what they're going to do with Neville really, but we need Neville back. Neville is a great superstar, just got into his gimmick as well, becoming a great heel. Obviously the Cruiserweight champion for so long, obviously being beaten by Enzo, obviously took an impact obviously in his real life situation. And the last but not least is Johnny Gargano. Now obviously the situation at the moment, obviously the story at this precise moment of upload is Johnny Gargano leaving NXT. Now I don't know where they're going to go with this, but maybe this is a main roster call up, I don't know, but I want to see Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling guys on the main roster, whether it's 205 Live, Raw or SmackDown. Now that is pretty much it guys. That is the top 10 plus honourable mentions that you want to call it, drafts that need to happen in 2018. And if I've missed any, please comment down below, let me know. Check in the description box down below, there'll be links to the last video that I've done. Also I've done a video pretty much either today or yesterday, depending on when I upload this video. I've done a reintroduction to my channel, so if you are interested in this sort of videos, I do a lot more of these videos. I've got a lot more coming out, so subscribe to This Is Pure Wrestling, like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe to This Is Pure Wrestling. As I said, that is the main thing you can do to support this channel. Thank you very much guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next video of This Is Pure Wrestling.